I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I filled it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Man, I feel like it's been a long time. It's been a long time, man. All right. Listen, we got a great episode for y'all today. One topic. That's it. Tom, we're going to get to that after all the announcements. But we're going to have a battle today. But before we get to the battle, I got to let y'all know what we got on. We got Mr. You Done Something himself, Tomo. We got Davey Dollars. And my bro, Vaughn. What's good, fellas?
Man, like you said, it has been a long time, man. So I'm just ready to see who gonna win this debate or who gonna win me over. Because I really don't know. I'm on the fence with this one. I'll let the other guys talk.
Go ahead, Vaughn.
Oh, they don't even want to talk. Look, they ready to work.
Hey, man, I'm just excited to be back, man, to actually debate, you know. Normally I'm here just to talk sports, to give my knowledge. But I'm here to give knowledge anyway, but I'm here to do some spanking as well. Actually, I'm going to keep it real, Dave. You really just got caught in the crossfire. I'm really upset at how ESPN, Madden, all these guys are ranking my guy like behind Myles Garrett, behind Michael Parsons as far as best pass rusher. Like, he should even be 1 or 2. Because I understand if you put Nick Bosa up just because he won Defensive Player of the Year, but y'all going to learn something today.
Okay. Well, I don't consider myself being in the crossfire. You call me out, and I'm here. I don't run from no smoke. Like I said, I'm ready for today. I'm here to defend my guy Nick Bosa, and just like you said, it's respecting Nick Bosa. I got big respect for TJ Watt, so I'm ready for this. But like I said, man, I'm back on the show. It's been a minute since I'm back. You see no Mike today. So I ain't worried about no mic. I'm ready for this debate. You know, they call me Voice Memo Dave because of last night. So I'm ready for today. Let's get it. It's Thursday. Thirsty Thursdays, you know, Throwback Thursday. It's time to take somebody to school Thursday. So let's get it. Turn me up. Turn me up. Up.
Let's go.
Let's hurry up, Joe. Let's get through this, man. Let's get this started, man. I feel like I'm watching Spencer Crawford again. I ain't saying it's the same outcome. I'm just saying the intensity is there.
You hope they say outcome, right?
Man, hey, we seen that earlier.
So look, y'all, before we get into the big debate, make sure y'all like the video on 3 platforms: Twitter, Facebook, and our partners, YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, like Tomo says. That's where the money resides. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. Share this video right now on all 3 platforms. You want to get people on. You're going to get a good, healthy debate, man. I like Vaughn said, we're not just talking sports. It's going to be like an actual debate, and we all love to see stuff like that, all right? And look, last but not least, make sure y'all subscribe and follow on all 3 platforms if you haven't done that yet. We just hit 800 subscribers last week. Shout out to all the subscribers and the ones that will be coming soon. All right. Look, my man. Hold up, man. Already? Okay, Kevo. Okay. Oh, he already picked his player. Shout out. $4.99 super chat.
That's cool.
$4.99 super chat from my man Kevo. Of course, it got to be green. That's probably why you picked $4.99. Shout out to TJ Watt 100. Any bets, perhaps? Ooh, in the chat. Any bets, y'all? My bag on TJ. Hashtag Solid Smart 2023. Hashtag thumbs up Dave. Hashtag Hurts for MVP. Hashtag Ski Mask Howie. Shout out to Kevo. Shout out.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
y'all. So yeah, man. So look, we got people anticipating this battle. So look, make sure y'all use that comment section. As y'all can see, the super chats already in the building. So use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting up throughout the show. We're gonna put them on the screen. But if a super chat comes through, we're gonna skip it in front of the line, like the cut line when you went to go to the club, or we still go to the club, and we might forget about your comment, anything before that. So I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. Tom will talk about the super chats later on. But Dave, talk about those IG chats that sparked this debate. Talk about those IG chats we got going on.
Yep, this it's definitely IG chats that sparked this debate. This wasn't something that we saw somewhere else. It came from the chat. So this didn't come from ESPN. This didn't come from NFL. This came from the Refuse to Lose chat. So Vaughn, shout out to you because you're the one that started this debate. So shout out to you. But these chats, we pretty much give updates on every single thing. We've covered 3 drafts and 3 of these chats. We have the NBA and WNBA. We've covered the draft for both of these in the NBA and the NBA and WNBA chat. The NFL, we definitely covered this live. If you haven't seen it yet, I mean, I guess there's really no point now. But if you still want to see, we pretty much had the NFL chat during the NFL draft, and we were pretty much putting them out there 2 minutes before they even announced it on TV. So just we know what we're doing over here. Major League Baseball, shout out to BWT, Baseball with Teddy. You know, anything that deals with baseball, it goes strictly through BWT. College football and college basketball, shout out to CTC, Carl talking college. So that everything that deals with college, whether it's football, basketball, right now we're talking about football, which is about 20-something days away from being finally back. So, you know, shout out to the U. And I know, Vaughn, you represent North Carolina, so shout out to UNC, Maryland, Michigan State, Penn State, you know, USC. Those are some of the teams that are in the chat. Shout out to Asa, who was actually on the first episode of CTC. And then Coach Trent and Ty, who also was on the second episode. So that was a really good show. But everything that deals with college football and college basketball, men and women, go strictly through those chats. And then boxing, UFC, and wrestling, those are all in one chat. That's pretty much the combat chat. So no matter what happens in any of those sports, it goes strictly through that chat. We watched the actual fight in the chat. We watched the fight in the chat, and I'm gonna tell you one thing, Tomo, you be ready for tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. Just be ready for tomorrow, because you got a lot of people. You got a lot of people that went against your boy Spence. You know, Crawford said he was going to have him do the stanky leg, and he did about 3-4 times in that fight. So, you know, but in these chats, we pretty much control any and everything, get all the latest news, all debates, everything comes through these chats. Tomo, just let them know what it takes to be able to have access to these chats, though.
First things first, man. You know you can't catch no fish, man. What it look like catching Moby Dick with a fishing net? That's all I'm gonna say, man. All right. But with these super chats, I mean, with these chats, you gotta become a member, and the only way you can become a member is if you click a link in the description, or if you click the join button next to that subscribe if you already subscribed. We got 3 levels. Again, we got the pro level, all-star level, superstar level. Pro level $2.99. You get to join one chat. All-star level, you know, you get member-only videos. And then at the superstar level, you might could be a guest on the show. I'll give you more details at the end, because by now you should just click the link and become a member so you can see what perks you already got. But for the people on the audio adventure, those are the 3 tiers right now. And I'll know if you actually were listening in the beginning, because at the end I'll give you more details. Take it away, Joe.
Let's get it. And listen, y'all, 3 other shows outside of what we do right now. Shout out to, like Dave said, shout out to BWT, Baseball with Teddy. Teddy runs that. If you're a diehard baseball fan, a casual fan, a fan that wants to become a fan in baseball, make sure you tune into BWT, do Refuse to Lose Sports. Like Dave said, for college sports, right? College football, college basketball, we got CTC, brand new show. Matter of fact, BWT just aired an episode today. Another one will be coming out tomorrow. Shout out to CTC, Carl Talking College. Episode dropped on Saturday and Tuesday. Another one will be live this Saturday, so at 7. So make sure y'all stay tuned with that with Asa also. All right, so shout out to them. And last but not least, our very newest show, FFC Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. Listen, man, a great episode just dropped last night. So make sure y'all go online on the YouTube page and actually check that episode, and Facebook, and check that episode out. Shout out to all 3 platforms. And last but not least, Tom, the floor is yours. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Look, man, like I said, you can feel the intensity from the intro, right? Y'all probably like, man, what are we talking about here? I see my man talking about they giving respect to these pass rushers, and then, they threw out a great name. The next Lawrence Taylor. It's not my fight. He a pup. He a pup right now. We talking about some big dogs right now. We talking about some big dogs, all right? The question came up in the chat, and it was like, man, who's the better defensive player? Is it Nick Bosa or is it TJ Watt? And of course, like the chats, man, we got to do a start bench cut. So in this case, Joe, we cut, and we're going to let these 2 guys start. But Dave.
Hold on. Hold on, Tomo. It's going to be a show today. I get my popcorn. Go ahead, y'all.
Hey, while you being entertained, I'm going to sit back, man. Hey, for the folks out there, you see the caption, your defensive player of the year, ? Or who's the best defensive player between the 2? And Dave, take it away, man. Is it Nick Bosa or is it TJ Watt?
As I said in the beginning of the show, respect to TJ Watt, but I'm going with my guy Nick Bosa. Now, I'm just going to give an opening monologue, and it's going to be short. Nick Bosa is the reigning defensive player of the year. Last year, he also had the most quarterback hits since 2015 when J.J. Watt had 50. He had 48 last year, led the league. Only been in the league for 4 years, and he had one injury-riddled year. But from what I see, he's the best defensive end in the league right now.
That's it.
Opening monologues.
Opening monologue. I'm not giving all my armor in my first opening monologue. Well,
your guy won Defensive Player of the Year. However, my guy was injured last year. He played 5 games. Well, he missed 5. He missed a lot of games. So, I mean, he didn't have to go against the best defensive player in the league. TJ Watt, to me, he broke the sack record in last year before last, and he didn't even play the full season. He has a bigger arsenal, and I just feel like he impacts winning more.
Dave?
He impacts winning more? May I ask what's been the Steelers' rank the last few years if he impacts winning more?
Our rank?
I said your record the last few years if he impacts winning more.
It's been a winning record. We haven't had a losing record since we had Mike Tomlin, and a lot of that is due to TJ Watt. We have a record that without TJ Watt, I think we're like 2-10, something like that. I mean, the numbers show it for themselves.
Did the numbers show it for Nick Bosa as well? When he missed the entire season in 2020, where was our team? Not in the playoffs. Because Nick Bosa, our best player, was hurt. So he impacts winning just as much as TJ Watt. Now, if you're talking about winning, I actually looked at some playoff stats between the 2. Now, I know your guy only played 3 games, but you say he impacts winning. So, the 3 games he played, your guy.
Yes, sir.
And I'm only going to go with the 3 games that Nick Bosa played in his first 3 games because your guy only played in 3. I'm not going to – that would be unfair to compare 6 to 3 because that's more. Your guy only has 6 tackles, that's total tackles, 2 assists, and 1 sack and 1 fumble recovery in 3 playoff games.
And a touchdown. Don't forget the defensive touchdown.
And a defensive touchdown. Okay. You got it. My guy, in just 3 games, has 11 tackles, 3 sacks, also a defensive touchdown.
Okay.
So I feel like my guy impacts winning a lot more than yours. And also in those 3 games that Nick Bosa played, we actually went to Super Bowl that year. Can you tell me how many of those playoff games that TJ Watt played that the Steelers won? Don't worry.
TJ Watt hasn't won a playoff game. He says that all the time. He says this is his goal to win the playoff game. Now, what I'll say is y'all have been the better team the past couple of years, but it's not just because of Nick Bosa. Y'all probably have the best offensive coach in the league. Your offense, y'all don't have to have a great quarterback to win games because of your offense. So you giving him all this credit, to me, it doesn't really say nothing because our offense the past couple of years hasn't been that good. We've been led by our defense. Big Ben, noodle arm, Big Ben. 2 years we had him. Last 2 years, he couldn't really push the ball downfield. Last year with Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky, they couldn't really push the ball downfield. So we rely heavy on our defense. But you talking about winning. I mean, San Fran is a winning. They've been winning as a team past couple of years. So, I mean, your stats in the playoffs don't really hold no weight to me, really, because, I mean, like I said, we have a record of like 2-10 without TJ Watt. So this shows his impact on winning right there. But let me get you some numbers. Because, they say numbers don't lie, right? Now, the question is, who's the best defensive player? See, you said your man the best defensive end. I give you that. He is. My man's the best defensive player in the league, though. Now, since 2019, ain't that when your boy came in? Nick Bosa, right? 2019, right? He's played in total, I believe, 51 games, something around that number. Yes, here we go. 51 games. Do you know since 2019, TJ Watt leads all players with the most forced fumbles with 16? Did you know that? And your guy, let me see, he has 8. TJ Watt has doubled his numbers with only playing 5 more games. And let me not lie to you, because when he won Defensive Player of the Year, he played 16 games, but the equivalent of his playing time was he missed 3 games. If you want to be honest, he played 50% of the snaps about 4 of them games. But let me give you another stat since 2019 that TJ Watt leads in. Since your boy been in the league the best, the most sacks since 2019. See, I didn't even account for his whole career, because that's not fair. Like you said, the playoffs 6 is ain't fair with 3. This ain't fair neither. So I'm gonna break it up a little bit. I'm gonna cut some of my man's career short just so it could be fair. And it's still not fair. TJ Watt leads all people with 57.5 sacks. Nick Bosa, with only 5 less games played, he has 43 sacks. Okay? Here's another stat for you. See, I thought I was done. Now, these are major stats for defensive players. TJ Watt, 2019, has the most tackles for loss with 16. Did you know that, Dave? Did you know that? After that, there's another stat. I mean, I can keep going, to be honest. I could keep on going. Now, do you know in the first 72 games, TJ Watt is second in NFL history behind Dwight Freeney with the most forced fumbles? Now, that impacts winning. Now, you can go pressure the quarterback, and you say your man, or hit the quarterback. You say your man had the most hits since J.J. Watt. You go hit the quarterback, but are you forcing fumbles? Are you taking the ball away? TJ Watt does that at a high clip. Let's go to his career. 4 years, your man has, in 51 games, 4 years, your man has 8 forced fumbles. Do you know 2019, when your man came in, TJ Watt had 8 forced fumbles that whole year? It's different, Dave. Now, what do they say? Why do a lot of people pick Ed Reed over Palomalu? Ball away more at a high clip. And that's what TJ Watt does. TJ Watt don't just sack your quarterback. He don't just hit your quarterback. He don't just stop the run. This guy takes the ball away. Now, I'm not sure if you watched that game against the Bengals this year. 2 games, actually.
Trust me, I watched both of those.
Did you see what TJ Watt did? Now, this is something that Nick Bosa doesn't have in his game. I'm going to say that. He doesn't have this in his game. This thing, TJ Watt, sometimes he doesn't even press the quarterback. He'll stop, read the quarterback, and jump and bat it down. I mean, look at his numbers. First year in the league, pass deflections. That is insane for a lineman, bro. For his career, he has 38 pass deflections. Now I'm gonna break it down, and I'm gonna just give it from the last 4 years. He has 20.
Is TJ Watt a lineman or a linebacker?
He does both. That's the thing. See,
but I just said, but my guy was the best defensive lineman, and now you're saying that he is a lineman. So is he the best defensive lineman or what? If he the best
defensive player.
If you just said Nick Bosa, you said you give it to me that Nick Bosa is the best defensive lineman. If you just called your boy TJ Watt a defensive lineman, then you're already saying
no.
that
I said your boy your best defensive end. My man's an outside linebacker. He does play on the line, but your man's a defensive end. My guy plays outside linebacker.
Continue.
I clearly said to shut all that up. He's the best defensive player in the league. Not just you said defensive end. I'm saying my guy's the best player. I'm gonna let you get something in, man, because you know what I'm saying. I just let you get something in really quick because I got a lot of ammo, but I'm gonna let you go. Let you get something because taking the ball away is time 10 way more better than just QB hits and pressures.
Hey, like I said, my guy also impacts winning a lot more. When it comes to big games, Nick Bosa is there when we need him to. Last year in the game we played against Miami Dolphins, who was the one that had the most sacks in the game? It was Nick Bosa. He had 3 sacks in that game against a team that they said that we haven't played a good offense in the entire league. He's the reason why we won that game. Also, leading up to the Super Bowl, who was the defensive player that helped us get to that? That was Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa had 2 really big games in that playoff series. And then, I mean, last year was probably his worst because he didn't have any sacks this year in the playoffs, and it didn't help us with the Eagles, and everyone knows how that went. But Nick Bosa impacts winning a lot more because if you're saying that TJ Watt impacts winning, then you guys would have actually won that a lot more. Because you said it was because of our offense. Do you know that Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback for us? Our offense was never top 10 with him as our quarterback. You do know that, right? So that's not a high power offense. Now, it wasn't because that we had a quarterback that could throw down the field, because everyone knows that Jimmy Garoppolo cannot throw down the field. That Super Bowl that we lost was because Jimmy Garoppolo could not throw the ball downfield. Our defense is what kept us in those games. If we want to talk about impact on winning, it doesn't even necessarily consider stats. We all know stats don't tell it all. In that game against the Eagles, the reason why the game was so close was because our defensive line, led by Nick Bosa, was able to put pressure on Jalen Hurts. The reason why the Cowboys could not beat us is because Nick Bosa led that defense to have other people get sacks because the double team was going towards him. He was the one attracting all of the attention. He's the reason why our defense is so good. Without him out there, our defense is not the same. Yeah, now we have Javon Hargrave, so we got a defensive tackle that can help us out in the defensive line. But when it comes to winning, because that's what matters more, the defense is what leads our team. Our defense has been a top 5 defense since he's been in the league. Our defense has been top 5, and it's because he is our best defensive player. Him, of course, we got the best linebacker, of course, with Fred Warner. He's the best middle linebacker in the league. I don't think anybody can question that. But clearly, it's because we have Nick Bosa.
I mean, you're not giving me nothing, man. You're just talking about your team's success. Like, I'm telling you, TJ Watt, he don't just sack the quarterback. We're talking about who the best defensive player. He don't just sack and pressure the quarterback. This guy takes the ball away. Joe Burrow.
Plus, my guy has had it. My bad. I mean,
no, you good. You good. See, TJ Watt got him. Sacked. Tackle for loss. Forced fumble.
Hey, my man thinks we're going.
Look. All right, go ahead, Dave. We didn't hear you. Go ahead.
I'm sick right now. But plus, my man Nick Bosa has had a different defensive coordinator since he's been in the league. Robert Saleh was there for the first 2 years. Then he just had the Texas head coach last year, and now we have another defensive coordinator this year. And no matter what, he produces every single year. Now, 2019 was his rookie year, so I give it to T.J. Watt for that because it's his rookie year. Then the year after that, he had a COVID injury riddled season in 2020. But my guy, like I said, Nick Bosa is better. Plain and simple. He impacts winning a lot more. Stats may not show it, but he impacts winning much more than TJ Watt, especially when it comes to defense, because the defensive line is what sets everything else for our defense. And we haven't had the best cornerbacks back there. We haven't had a good cornerback until we got Travarius Ward last year. You already had Minka Fitzpatrick. You had other guys back there. You got Cam Hayward. We haven't really had that. Since he's been in the league, he's the reason why our defense is so good.
Now, can you put Mark comment back up there for me? The last one he put up there. Are you comparing players or team success? That's just what I said. Now listen, Dave. You said numbers don't show that he wins. What shows it then? I mean, you talking about how y'all won these games, but you say when he was hurt, and what year was that? 2020. Y'all ain't make it. It was a couple other guys hurt too, Dave. He wasn't the only person hurt.
Yeah, but our defense wasn't the same because of him. Simple.
I'll give you that. Same with our defense. Our defense not the same without him. We top 2 or 3 in sacks every year. Last year we wasn't even. I don't think we was top 5 because TJ Watt was out. Now, when you impact winning, it's not about, we got him on the field, that's why our defense play good. No, what is he doing out there? I'm telling you these numbers. My guy forces way more fumbles at a higher clip. He gets way more pass deflection. So, Joe Burrow even said this. Joe Burrow, number 2 quarterback in the league. TJ Watt got to see him twice a year. Lamar Jackson, another electrifying quarterback. TJ Watt got to see twice a year. Now he got to see Deshaun Watson twice a year. I mean, your guy has been seeing. He taught Matt Stafford 1 year. Okay, so Joe Burrow said TJ Watt is probably the only defensive lineman in the league that you have to worry about dropping back, not rushing, but standing at the line, reading his feet, and making a play on the ball. I mean, this guy literally caught an interception last year with two offensive linemen draped over him trying to block him. That's something Nick Bosa, I have never seen him do. Another thing, I think TJ Watt is a more versatile pass rusher. Nick Bosa, I feel like, is more of a bull rush, stronger guy. When TJ Watt has a different arsenal. He can bull rush you, he has speed, he can dip low on you. And
Bosa can do that. He's done that multiple times. He can even rush from both sides. He can rush from the middle. He can rush from the left, the right. Doesn't matter. He can swing, move you. Doesn't matter what it is. Nick Bosa could do the same exact thing.
You put that up there, Joe.
I don't know.
No. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. That's what they here for. They plants. Don't do that. Keep on, guys.
Go ahead.
And fellas, no disrespect to Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? I do think he really is the best defensive player as far as his impact, because he's a defensive tackle. However, I just think, TJ Watt just gets to the quarterback at a higher clip than him because he plays on the end. So he'll impact the game a little more than Aaron Donald, as you see. I mean, these numbers they scream at you. The most forced fumbles in the last 4 years, the most tackles for loss, sacks. I mean, QB pressures, QB hits. I mean, what can you say? In the first, I believe 72 games, he has the second most sacks behind Reggie White. And then third is his brother, J.J. Watt. So that's another great feat for him. And so my whole thing about the Nick Bosa thing, it's hard for you to put a guy over a guy that's been doing it longer than him at a higher level than him. And he's affecting the game in different areas than your guy. Like the forced fumbles, the fumble recoveries, the pass deflections, even the 2 or 3 interceptions he's gotten. That is something that's, you can't just say, nah, that don't matter. Like, that impacts winning. And everybody knows the Steelers hasn't been great offensively or even half as good offensively the past couple of years. Especially how y'all been. Y'all been able to keep y'all offense flowing even with bad quarterback play, because y'all have an excellent coach that's offensively gifted. Mm-hmm. And that's why our defense is always good, because we have a defensive coach that's defensively gifted. And I just feel like I would take this. Nick Bosa will eventually be better. He has the potential to surpass him. But right now, I mean, it's not even, I ain't gonna say not close, but it's not close really. Your man has to put more work in, if you ask me, because 2 years of having over 10 sacks is not enough. It's just not. I mean, I believe Highsmith has 2 years now. The guy opposite of TJ Watt. And TJ Watt missed all them games. He had 14 and a half sacks last year. I mean, you can't just sack the quarterback. You have to force fumble. That's why guys like Von Miller, Dwight Freeney, DeMarcus Ware, those guys are so elite because they ain't just sack the quarterback. They got the ball. So that's the main reason to me, really, because I feel like they both get to the quarterback at a high clip, but taking the ball away is something that TJ Watt does 10 times, 5 times, 100 times better than your boy Nick Bosa. I'm sorry, I just haven't seen it in him. I remember we played the Seahawks, his defensive player of the year, when they just put Geno Smith out there, we went to overtime. TJ Watt came up with the play to win the game. I mean, he's that guy. He shows up when he has to. There's no type of rush there's nothing that can really stop him. You can chip him, you can do what you want. I've seen this guy tackle 2 players at once. Like I said, he intercepted the ball with 2 linemen draped over him. So, I mean, to me, it's no question right now who's the best pass rusher, and it's TJ Watt, man.
Hey, if you want to talk about him forcing the play to turn the ball over, everyone forgets about the game that we played against the Raiders last year. No one, and I told everybody before the week came, I said, I'm telling y'all, the Raiders is going to be a game that is not going to be as easy as everyone thinking it was, and it's exactly how it came out. And who made the play in overtime to force the interception? That was Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa,
the guy that had 1 tackle that whole game.
He had 1 tackle, but I'm telling you, I told you it's not about the stats. You talking about who made the play. Nick Bosa made the play to force the interception to have us win that game. If Nick Bosa does not make that play, we'll lose that game to the Raiders. I'm telling you that.
I give you that. I mean, I'm not saying Nick Bosa is a great player.
You said
he makes plays.
But you said you haven't seen him make plays to force a game, to force a fumble or interception. I just told you one. So cut that out.
Listen. When I say forced interceptions and fumbles, I mean you are intercepting it. Not you get pressure and somebody like TJ Watt does that all the time.
He's a defensive end. He's not always. How many defensive ends actually do that? Not many.
JJ Watt did it.
That's JJ Watt. JJ Watt on a whole different level.
TJ Watt, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Nick Bosa ain't on that level yet.
Nah.
He said it.
Nick Bosa up there.
He just said it.
Right now.
Man,
last year he had 18. Last year he had 18 and a half
Nick
sacks.
Bosa
Which is the reason why he
JJ
won.
Watt put together, bro. He does what both of them do. That's what I'm trying to get to you, Dave. You keep talking about your man getting to the quarterback. I'm talking about my man taking the ball away. Like getting to the quarterback, they both do that excellent. Nobody can sit here and say Nick Bosa and TJ Watt don't get to the quarterback at a super high clip. They both do. They're both guys that you got to chip, you got a game plan for. But who's the guy that you worried about jumping up, smacking the ball down, or jumping up, intercepting it?
Michael Parsons.
It's TJ Watt. It's not Nick Bosa.
Get out of here.
It's not Nick Bosa. So and TJ Watt is a guy. That's not a play. We don't say yo TJ Watt, this play back out. No. He does out his own. He's like Palomalu on the line. He does what he does. So to me, I would take a defensive end that does the same thing as another one, but even more. So who you want, Dave? You want a scorer, or you want a guy that can score, assist, rebound, and defend? Like, come on now. I know that's your guy, but come on now.
I'm riding my guy Nick Dang. That's it.
No, that's not it. That's not it. As entertaining as it's been, we do gotta take a quick little 30 seconds. Everybody go back to your corners, regroup, reset. Man, for the people that are watching right now, make sure y'all hit that like button because again, this is high quality content. Like I'm learning something new here because I'm a TJ Watt fan. I don't like Nick Bosa because of what he do to my Cowboys in the playoffs, but that's personal reason. All right. But for those that's watching, man, look, make sure y'all click that link in the description to become a member now so you can get more access because this is an R2L debate right here. This is a refuse to lose chat, and that's the superstar level for $9.99 a month. You can be a guest on the show. And also, you got the all-star level for $4.99 a month. You get to join multiple chats. Go back to the front of the show to see how many chats that we got. We got them all, but just go to the front. Not right now. Do it later. Then you got the pro level at $2.99. You get the loyalty badges next to your name. Make sure y'all become a member, man, so y'all can be a part of this. Because I know somebody at home or whenever this clip comes across your lap, you can be like, man, hold up, man. I think Nick Bosa better. And then click that link so you can come on the show and tell us why you think. All right, back to the debate, fella.
Hey, grab your popcorn.
There you go.
Hey, can you put Carl comment up? The last one he just put about TJ Watt. Hey, I appreciate you, Carl. You keep me on my toes. You know, literal C. We do put him in coverage. I didn't say that to say we don't ever do that. I'm saying the plays where he stands there and gets those interceptions are plays where he's designed to blitz, but he takes his initiative to actually stand there and do that. So, but yeah, man, like that's the whole gist of this argument for me. My guy takes the ball away at a higher clip than your guy. I mean, getting pressure and forcing interception and things like that. I mean, those things all great pass rushers do. I mean, that's the name of the game. You get pressure on the quarterback, force him to get it out, and your guys make a play. But what are you doing yourself? Are you the guy taking the ball away? Are you the guy forcing them fumbles? Are you the guy picking the ball up, taking it to the house? I mean, there's guys that don't get credit that get double team and open up for other guys. Guys don't get credit for that. You get credit for sacks. You get credit for hits. You get credit for what you do. So I think they both are guys that, you know, you have to worry about immensely. I just think TJ Watt is the guy that, man, he can just flip the switch on the game by himself.
Hey, I feel the same way about Nick Bosa. I feel like if given the opportunities, depending on what they're asking him to do, he could do the same exact things. He haven't had those same opportunities as TJ Watt as far as being put in coverage. But if you give him the opportunity to have to make a play, Nick Bosa will do it, no matter what it is, no matter what the situation is, no matter who we play. You put him in position, he'll go make a play.
But has he been doing it? This is my
He
thing.
has.
You had like
He
I want
has.
to know this. I want to know this. Bosa, the most forced fumbles he's had is 4 in a season. Okay. The most TJ Watt has had in one season, 8. The most pass deflections TJ Watt had in one season is 8. The most your boy Bosa had,
Oh yeah, dipped out. I was about to say, hold up,
Ron,
you
you
still
good?
Oh, man.
counting? Come on, man, I'm still counting.
Ron, you good?
My man did a magic trick.
Man,
And you saw, yeah, I think he
Ron.
oh man, you know I like when the quarterback get hit and the helmet go the opposite way.
Ron, we see you, but we don't hear nothing.
Oh man, yeah.
Hey, until Von come back, hey, I hope y'all enjoying this, man. Well, yeah, he'll be back. Hey, listen, man, real quick, Tomo, talk about the IG chat. Tell them why they got to get in the IG chat real quick.
Hey, look, man, y'all can see it right here, man. Dave, this is Voice Memo Dave at his best, man. Join these IG chats, man. We got NBA/WNBA. We got NFL. Y'all can clearly see we talking about the NFL right now. We got Major League Baseball. Hats off to baseball with Teddy, college football, and college basketball. Carl Talking College. You know, check that show out. Man, he got 2 episodes out right now, jam-packed full of knowledge. Be prepared. Bring your pencils out because this was like a dissertation. Also, we got boxing mixed in with a little bit of UFC. Y'all click the link in the description so you can become a member, so you can join these chats and be a part of these discussions, man. Because I'm telling you, every single day, each chat goes up. It doesn't matter what's going on, each chat goes up. We got you back, Vaughn?
yeah, my bad. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
It ain't 100%, Ron.
Nick Bosa
What
like,
is
nah,
happening
bro.
right now?
Nick Bosa said, I got 2 pass deflections right here.
Pass deflecting his phone.
Yep. Anytime you get back, man. Or that might be the Ravens. They like, look, man, there's too much Steeler love going on this panel right now.
Oh man, that's funny.
But man, while we figure out what Von's going on with the technical difficulties, Joe, tell them about the new shows we got on the network, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, we're excited, man. This is not a show. Obviously, you're watching the show right now. This is the main show, you can say. But we have other shows under Refuse to Lose Sports, y'all. So this is an R2L show. But then we got, like Tomo said, we got BWT, Baseball with Teddy. Shout out to Teddy. All baseball content through Refuse to Lose go through BWT. And if you go on our homepage, on the YouTube page, you can see everything is in order. It have the R2L show, then they have BWT, then it has CTC, Carl Talking College. Shout out to Carl, like Tomo said. Show full of knowledge, man. They are going through each conference each team's every game of each team are here in the conference. So, and then last but not least, you got FFC, Fantasy Football with Coombs. New episode that dropped yesterday. Vaughn, are you back?
I hope I'm back, man. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna do what I do.
Hold up.
Do we get anniversary updates?
Yeah, man.
All right, YouTube.
Shout out to Jerry, man. Hey, Jerry, I hope you like your new icon. You know your new icon. We updated the loyalty badges. All right. So shout out to Jerry. 1 month being a member, our first ever member, and refuse to lose spoilers. Shout out to Jerry. Vaughn, continue.
I like that point right there, Jerry. It don't matter to me. Like I said, my guy, he does more on the field. So back to my question though, Dave. For those stats I just named to you,
we didn't hear all of that.
We didn't hear the last one. We didn't hear the last one.
Let me start over there. I think I said your boy most forced fumbles was 4 he ever had, and the most pass deflections he had was 2. Right?
1 year.
Go to my guy. Yeah, most had 1 year. The most forced fumbles he had 1 year was 8, and the most pass deflection he had was also 8. So with that being said, the stats show that my guy does more on the field. What really is the reason why your guy is better than my guy when my guy does more than your guy? And even your defensive player of the year that your guy had, my guy's defensive player of the year was better.
For me, it's just like I said, I feel like his impact on winning makes him the better player. That's been my biggest argument the entire time, and that's what I came with because I knew when it comes to stats, TJ Watt got the stats. He's been in the league a lot longer, so he has more. He's given up more opportunities. He's in a 3-4 defense, so his scheme is a lot different. He's had pretty much the same. His head coach is a defensive coach, so he's had the same schemes as he's been in the league. Now Nick Bosa has had 2 different schemes since he's been in the league. When he first came in, we weren't a 4-3. We were a 5-2. Then after Robert Saleh left, we became a 4-3. Now this year, I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be, if it's 4-3 or 3-4. So he's been in different schemes, but he's been asked to only do one thing. And in that one thing, he's been great at it. And because he's been so great at it, it's caused us to win and caused our defense to get better. Now, I saw something that says that we've had number 1 draft picks in the front line. Out of those number 1 draft picks, how many of them are still on the team right now that are actually pretty good? Nick Bosa, and the only other one is Eric Armstead. But has Armstead had the same kind of stats that Nick Bosa has had? No, he hasn't. And when Nick Bosa and when Eric Armstead has not been out there, we've still been winning because we had Nick Bosa on the other side. Nick Bosa has been the reason why our defense has been so good. That's why I feel like he is the better player because he impacts winning a lot more.
You said earlier that y'all not a high-powered offense, right?
Last year it got better, but we're not a high-powered offense, honestly. If it wasn't for our running backs, we wouldn't really be all that. Because I mean,
that's part of your offense, though, Dave.
It is.
That's really the bread and butter of your offense. It's the run game.
I don't disagree with that. What I'm saying is, you mentioned that because we had our quarterback play. Our quarterback play has not been that good.
I never said quarterback, but I said y'all offense. I just said y'all offense. Period. Y'all had a better offense. Period. Offense that don't turn the ball over a lot, or can't move the ball, can't keep the ball away.
I mean, with Jimmy Garoppolo, we did turn the ball over a lot. So it's not that we didn't turn the ball over.
I'm speaking more to your run game, to be honest with you. We know your run game is y'all bread and butter. Y'all running back. Okay. That's y'all bread and butter.
Well, yeah, our run game has pretty much been top 10 in the league the last few years. So yes, I agree with that. But it's not just a running back. We need in order for us to get that, it's because of our defense. We led the league in points last year. We led the league in interceptions last year. Our defense was great because what Nick Bosa was able to do in the defensive line, he was able to force so much up front that it allowed our cornerbacks, who were pretty much bottom of the league the year before, to actually play a lot better. The year before, what was the question coming into this year? How good is our cornerbacks? And no one knew. No, we went and got Mooney Ward because we needed another corner to replace the cornerbacks that we had that got injured and that was gone. Bosa is the reason why Mooney Ward was able to play so safe on the outside. Bosa is the reason why Eric Armstead is able to do what he needs to do on the other side. Bosa, Fred Warner himself has also said Nick Bosa is the reason why he's able to play middle linebacker the way he wants to, because he knows he has that guy down there. Bosa is the reason why our defense goes the way it goes. Without Bosa, our defense is not that good.
I mean, I agree. I mean, without Fred Warner, y'all defense ain't that good. I mean, without Minka, our defense ain't that good. I mean, good players impact games like that, you know. And I like that comment Dre put up, because that's my whole thing about this impact and winning thing. Like I said, y'all been in a better situation. Like, he's been, as far as winning, his team has been winning more because of you know, they have it's a better situation. You guys got freaking Brock Purdy out there winning games. Y'all winning games with Jimmy Garoppolo and all this kind of stuff. So I don't think the impact on winning is. I think TJ impacts winning more because of that stat I gave you. We're like 2-10 without him. Like, you saw what happened last year. We won one game without him, and that was against the Bucks because Tom Brady just wasn't it, you know, and their defense was trash. So, like I said, I feel like my man TJ Watt. Like I said, he takes the ball away at a high clip. He's more consistent. He's been doing it longer. So it's hard to just jump a guy over somebody just off one good season, especially when that guy was hurt that you trying to put him ahead. And when he's doing things that Nick Bosa's not doing, like forcing way more fumbles, batting the ball down way more, I feel like even if TJ Watt was in a 4-3, he'll still be able to do those things because that's just how he plays. I mean, his brother did it at a high clip. JJ Watt did it at a high clip. So it makes sense. He has a goal this year to win a playoff game. So I'm telling y'all right now, TJ Watt is going to win Defensive Player of the Year. And it's not going to be close. It's not going to be close. He just might break it. He just might break his record this year. He just might do it again.
I beg to differ. I feel like Nick Bosa will win it this year, but we'll see.
Now, I was gonna say y'all got your last words, but it sounds like Vaughn already said his last words. So, Dave, it's on you.
Yeah, my last words, like I said, I feel like Nick Bosa. You want to talk about just one good season? You forgot the year before he also had 15.5 sacks. So it's not one good season. It's two. It's actually three. 3 out of the 4 he's had a really good season. Remember, you forgot he won Defensive Rookie of the Year when he came in. So it's not one good season. You're just talking about one good season because he won Defensive Player of the Year last year. But he's had 3 good seasons since he's been in the league. Would have been 4 if he didn't get hurt. But you know, everybody got hurt that year in 2020. So, but like I said, Nick Bosa, to me, best defensive player in the league. He impacts winning a lot more. And if given the opportunities, he'll show that he can actually do everything that TJ Watt can do. Just give him the opportunities and he'll show it.
Man, that's another one, man. I guess anything you guys got to say after that, man, y'all can take it to the chat because y'all kind of laid it all on the line right now.
Yeah.
Joe, I want to ask you, man, after hearing all this, when you came into the episode, did you have a pick?
Listen, man. We don't speak no English. Yes, Spaniel.
Said I was just here for sheer entertainment, man. Hey, great job by both of y'all, man. I promise you, somebody that click on this link, they're gonna learn a lot, especially about Nick Bosa and those 49ers.
Hey, look, man. All I know is this is what we do, y'all. First of all, hats off to both of y'all for coming on, actually doing this debate. This is what we do. We have these debates in the chat and we bring it live on the show. That's what we do. And some people are not afraid to come on the show, and some people just hide behind their phone and, you know, Instagram fingers. You know, this is in the Instagram chat, is tweeting, right? This is writing. So great job to you two for coming on. All right, y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all were entertained. The comments were going crazy. But look, y'all, before y'all leave, we got to tell y'all about all the good stuff we got going on for y'all. But before we do that, like this video on 3 platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Our partners, like Tomo always says, that's where the money resides. All right? So shout out to YouTube. share this video because, like Tomo said, this is a great debate. People are going to come through this on a feed and be like, hold up, TJ Watt versus Nick Bosa is a good debate. I think it's TJ Watt. Well, I think it's Nick Bosa, right? So a lot of Steelers and 49ers fans, hey, these are two great franchises y'all be talking about. Like, two of the winningest franchises we talking about right
Week
here.
one,
Right?
Vaughn. Week one.
It's 3.
Week one.
Oh, we see them week 1.
Okay, Tomo.
Week one.
Joe, we
I
see
pulled a
them
Jerry
week 1
Jones.
too.
Oh, yeah. Y'all want to get to these chats. NFL season about to get crazy.
TJ Watt about to, hey, 30 Purdy, he gonna be like he was in the NFC Championship game. Slim, I'm trying to tell you.
Hey,
You better go
Dave,
pick up
tell
another linebacker.
Hold on.
Tell him, man. Lance will make him dance.
J-Mo, I didn't say that. You had to misspell that because I definitely didn't say that. I definitely didn't say that. J-Mo, I thought we was boys. Man.
Come on,
man.
I didn't know it said that.
I definitely didn't say that. Vaughn, you can.
Pause, Granddad.
You know I didn't say that.
So look, Dave, talk about those IG chats we got going on.
Hey, so, man, look, like I said before, shout out to Vaughn for sparking this debate. You know, I feel like it was a really good debate. Y'all could choose whoever y'all feel like wanted to debate, but I feel like we both did what we went out to do. But in these chats, man, we pretty much we talk about debates through everything, and now we're going to create more debates like this. We have another one coming up soon that Vaughn is also in that involves Troy Polamalu and Brian Dawkins. So you're going to watch out for this one. Now I'm going to be a spectator for this one. I can't wait to see this one because I pretty much know who I'm gonna go with, but I just want to see how this is gonna go. But in these chats, we have the NBA and WNBA. Shout out to everyone that's involved in WNBA and the NBA. Like I said before, Dwayne Wade is now an owner for the Chicago Sky, so that's really good. Right now, it's looking like the Aces are going to win it all, but who knows? I'm hoping that the Mystics do something so we can actually compete for it and win it again. But I don't know.
Man, that's rough with them.
Facts. NFL. This was an NFL debate. So shout out to the NFL chat. Shout out to FFC. That's fantasy football with Coach. So make sure that you tune into that. He just had his first episode drop the other day. So make sure you tune in. It was yesterday, actually. It was part 1 and part 2. So make sure you go watch that. Coach, stop trying to steal our time though.
No, thank you, Coach. You was looking out.
Yeah. Shout out to Major League Baseball. That goes to everything with baseball goes to BWT Baseball with Teddy. Again, Teddy, welcome back. We're glad to have you back. Teddy was in the hospital for a while, but he's back out and he's doing a lot better now. So thank you, Teddy, for recovering, and I'm glad that you're back, man. So we appreciate everything, and I appreciate those voice memos that you give when the Yankees pitch you off. So glad you do that. And then shout out to CTC, Carl Talking College. He runs everything that goes through college. He's pretty much giving predictions for every single conference, and he's been working. Like my man doing it's 12 teams that he's breaking down every single thing. This man going from working 24 hours a day. So Carl, shout out to you, man. Like we said before, you're the perfect person for college. So we thank you very much. That's college football and that's college basketball, men and women. Right now, we're just talking college football because it's a lot closer than college basketball. And then boxing, like I said, I feel like we've had one of the best weeks. I feel like we've had one of the best weeks when it comes to boxing, man. Inoue had a great fight, and where he pretty much dominated. And then the same thing with Bud Crawford against Errol Spence. That was pretty much a domination. And then tomorrow we got another boxing episode coming up. So, and I'm gonna be on it. So I'm psyched. I'm gonna be on it. So I can't wait. We got some other guys that's gonna be on. We got Ty that's gonna come on for his first boxing episode. My brother Tony's gonna be on there as well. So it's gonna be lit tomorrow. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all thought. Look, I gave Dave. Look, I think I remember. I gave a shot to my guys. To Joe and Tom. I said I'm gonna come on a boxing episode, And what's happening? I'm coming on a boxing episode tomorrow. I'm telling y'all right now, I could do everything. I'm letting y'all know that right now, so I can't wait. But everything through boxing goes through there. Boxing, UFC, and wrestling. So if you are a fan of any of these, you can get in that. But it ain't free. So Tom, I'll tell them what it is to get in there.
Look, my man Dave took a couple days off and came back after reading Rainbow. So I'm like, I can do anything. Y'all hear me? Look, man, I gotta get my shots in now because they're gonna kill me on that boxing episode. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 7. But for the folks right now that's on the audio adventure, man, I don't know what y'all doing, man. Y'all need to click that link in the description to join some of these chats. Y'all already seen 2. I will say we got like 3 or 4 solid debates that's happening on this show right now. And if you want to be a part of it, I'm telling you, you want to click that link in the description. For the memberships, I told y'all about them earlier. We got 3 levels. We got the pro level at $2.99. Hold on, let me step it up because Mark said I got the script. Let me get my script. So the pro level at $2.99 a month, you get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats, priority comments. You know what I mean? That means you get to jump to the front. And you get to join one sports chat. So all the chats that Dave told you about just now, you get to join one of those chats. But if you're like, these guys say they have 3 levels. What's on the next level? The all-star level. Y'all know what happens on all-star weekend. Things turn up a little bit. You get the same perks from the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. You get to join multiple chats, so you get to follow the conversation around. And you get to request a segment nominee or a topic. So you can even like slightly produce the show a little bit from the couch. And if you like, you know what? I like that. But what's this R2L chat? Because I heard that's where the voice memos really go up and the phone calls. For $9.99 a month, you get the same perks from the all-star level and the pro level, but you get to join the R2L chat. So like I said, phone calls, voice memos, show debates. Man, it goes down there. And you get to be a guest on the show. Not saying you have to be a guest, but you can be a guest on the show. You know, and you get awards and plaques to the top performers. Right now, that boxing episode went crazy. Hey, you see Vaughn, man, he's showing up, man. You like, look, man, I'm getting my Analyst of the Year award. Which I need, I'm there. Go check out that award episode on YouTube, and you'll figure out how you can win you an award yourself. Also, you get member shout outs. So shout out to all the members. The member list is growing. You literally seen Jerry use his 1 month accolade to drop some knowledge. You could be that same person too. Joe, you want to tell them anything about the membership?
Yes, sir. And speaking of those awards will be going out this month. So all of y'all that won, shout out to Vaughn. He won NBA Analyst of the Year. We'll get y'all awards. And I got to give a shout out to MVP, J-Mo. Shout out to MVP, J-Mo. And look, y'all, we got 3 shows. 3 shows, y'all. The first one, like Dave talked about, BWT, Baseball with Teddy. Shout out to Teddy, man. Look, Teddy pulled a Tupac, y'all. Went to the hospital, had an IV up in his nose, all that stuff. Yanked it out, went to his desk, and we started recording ASAP. And recorded a video every day ever since then. Right, hit me up. Hey, Joe, I'll be home at 12:30. Record it. Hit me up today. I'm going to be home. This man been working. So we said, call working. Teddy been working. Shout out to Teddy, man. If y'all want to see some slander, oh, yeah, he killed them Yankees today. So make sure y'all go check out that episode. He killed them Yankees today. All right, so shout out to BWT, Baseball with Teddy. All baseball content from Refuse to Lose Sports goes through BWT. Man, speaking of working, like they said, Carl, man, CTC, out the gate. Did a 2-hour episode. You might like say 2 hours. Don't worry, we broke them up in segments. 14 different teams got broken down by his man Helmet Asa. All right, they actually went through each team's schedule and went pick wins and losses, pick player of the years, pick who gonna win the championship in each conference. They doing that, right? So they did one last Saturday. They did one this last Tuesday with Ty. Shout out to Trent. Hey, Trent, I miss you, man. Like the B. All right, and shout out to Coach Coon. So they did a great episode. Another episode coming out this Saturday. Carl talking college. Make sure y'all tune into that. Last but not least, the newest show on the block, FFC, Fantasy Football with Coons. Listen, man, we got a part 1 and part 2 that aired last night live. It's still on there. Go look at it. I'm not going to lie. Coach dropping some gems on that thing, man. I'm not going to lie. I was taking a lot of notes for the fantasy football. So if you're going to be in a part of fantasy football this year, make sure you tune into the show. He is studying. He hit me up on leading up to the show. Like it's like all the notes he's taking. Like, Coach, I'm a fan, man. Don't show me nothing. I want to see it live like everybody else. So shout out to FFC. Shout out to Coach Coons. Go ahead.
You said Teddy is Tupac. Then Coach is Suge. Welcome to Death Row, man. That's all. That's all.
Right.
Let's go.
Hey, I'm on that episode this Saturday too at 7 a.m. At 7
Oh, you
p.m.
are? Okay, they
I'm
doing
on there,
everything.
too.
You want?
Oh, Dave, Snoop Dogg. Look what's going on here, man.
All right. So shout out to all the people, man. And listen, y'all, we got more shows coming, and stay tuned for that one. And we're gonna get some last words in, y'all. Listen, man, my last words is this. Next week. Well, first of all, shout out to Tomo with the boxing episode. Make sure y'all tune into that. Shout out to CTC this weekend. And I think Coach going live too sometime this weekend too. So stay tuned for that. Starting Monday, we are starting the NFC East panels separately. Commanders panel will be on Monday, Cowboys panel on Tuesday, Eagles panel on Wednesday. All right. So, and then we're gonna get the other panels, like we got the Steelers panel, Ravens, XYZ. So make sure y'all tune in. I had plenty of time to think about this. I ain't had no debate since like Monday. All right. So I'm excited about that. But like the beam, well, first shout out to the Commanders, Terry McLaurin. If you haven't watched the pivot, Terry McLaurin is like one of my top 5 favorite Commanders NFL players in all time.
Receiver too. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. But watch that episode, man. I became way more of a fan of Terry McLaurin, man. Terry McLaurin is a stand-up guy, man. That's a leader. I just want to give him a shout out. And he puts Christ first. That's what I love about him, man. He kept talking about Jesus Christ, and I appreciate that by him. And like the beam, man. De'Aaron Fox, listen, hashtag Swiper MVP season. Let's go. Like the beam.
I'm gonna let Dave and Vaughn go because my last word, I got a lot to say. So I'm gonna let y'all go.
Go ahead, Vaughn. I'm gonna let you go before me.
Man, I want to say appreciate y'all for letting me come on here and do my thing like I always do my thing. Shout out to the Steelers, TJ Watt. Hey, I warned them a little bit, but I know you're gonna really let them San Fran boys know. Hey, Dave, tell Nick Bosa week 1, get his pen out, take some notes, because the best pass rusher is gonna be out there. All right. Shout out to my Magic, my man Paulo, getting out working with KD, simplifying his offense. Also playing in the FIBA games. And another thing I learned, my coach is coaching. So a lot of great experience for us. Next year, top 6, Paulo, top 5. Let's get it.
Hey, Dave, real quick, before you go, we didn't get member shout-outs. All right?
Flip the tile.
All right. I just want to give a member shout-outs to all our superstar
It was
members.
upside down.
Huh?
No, I was talking.
Oh, okay.
The tile was upside down.
Just want to give a quick shout-out to all of our superstar members. All right? We got 2nd month running. Jerry, shout out to Jerry into his 2nd month being a superstar member. Shout out to Donnell into his 2nd month of being a superstar member. Shout out to myself. Shout out to David Dallas. Shout out to Tomo. Shout out to Teddy. Shout out to Cardo, down bottom Cardo. Shout out to my man Cardo, man. Shout out to Cardo. Shout out to Coach Coons. And those are all our superstar members. Shout out to all you guys. All right, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, for me, I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody that's been doing their shows that came onto that are now on the network. So shout out to Teddy for continuing to do your thing with BWT. Shout out to Carl for doing his thing with CTC. Great first 2 episodes. Can't wait to be on the one on Saturday with you and Asa. I think it's going to be another great episode talking about the Big 12. So I think that's going to be really good. And then shout out to Coach, man. Definitely all of y'all doing y'all thing right now. Continue to do your thing. Y'all been doing great so far. I'm learning a lot myself. I know most of the time I'm not able to catch it live because I'm doing so many other things. But when I watch it, man, look, I feel like I'm a new fan. I feel like I'm a new fan of each sport. Because when it comes to baseball, like I said, I was a baseball because of my brother, but now it's like Teddy's the reason why I got to make sure I'm watching baseball, because it's like if I don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm gonna be I don't know. Jerry, I don't want to hear nothing about you calling the Hurricanes trash. When the last time Florida won anything? All right, Tim Tebow gone now, so shut up. All right.
Whoa, voice
of
Tomo Dave.
You come in out of nowhere. I always want to say something, but you go missing for 3-4 weeks. Be consistent, all right?
DeMarco.
And I called you out before and told you to come live on the show. You still ain't come live on the show yet. Come live on the show, all right? Stop trying to hide in BWT with that one episode you did there. Come live on the show. All right.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Man, thank you.
Oh yeah, and even though usually today is my doghouse day, I'm not. I'll have one next week for sure.
Somebody hold him back. You going crazy, man. No, thank you for that energy. There's a lot of this. I don't know where to start with this, man. I just want to say my last words is to the city of Dallas. Okay, we first start off with Earl Spence and what happened there. You see what trash talk can get you. Now you got doctors coming out saying, look, man, it may have been the 2 accidents that he was in. No, the accident was his trainers going in and not having that boy prepared. That's one. Then we fast forward to a couple days later, and we got players out here going crazy on each other, calling people out their names because plays are being made. As a Cowboy fan, you sit up here and be like, man, I like to see the energy on the team. But the words, I really don't agree with those words that were said. Like, the flicking of the football, like at the end of the day, them guys is supposedly brothers because they in the locker room. And when you with your brothers, you can say certain things to your brothers, but let another person walk in and say that. The fact that it was on camera now is getting blown out of proportion. I really want to address the media. If you ain't got nothing to talk about, just say that. Okay, so that one show, I'll say the name because I feel like they speak. If y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about, just say that. Because every time I get somewhere, it's a Cowboys topic.
Yeah, Tomo.
Like all y'all about, like the only thing they talk about is the Cowboys, and then get upset when they can't talk about the Cowboys. So if you want to be in the media right now, that's why I love Refuse to Lose, because we talk about everything. So if you really want to be on the mainstream media, just follow the Dallas Cowboys, because that's the quickest way you're gonna get to the top. But if you really want to put in the work, you know, and actually talk some sports and break down some knowledge and break down some film where you got to pay attention to each team, watch Refuse to Lose. Because I'm telling you, it's easy to just talk about the Cowboys all day. That's easy work.
Yeah, Tom, to talk about, call them out. Okay, ESPN, don't matter. Call them out.
Yeah, because that one upset me. But Dak, you should have done more. But all right, that's all I got.
That's also facts.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. It was a great debate. Shout out to Vaughn. Shout out to Dave for doing that. We need more people coming on the show and doing this. All right. Both of them were very prepared. Both of them had great points. It was a toe-to-toe battle. It wasn't one side like the Errol Smith fight, but it was a great debate. That's all I got to say. So that's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.